Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Every year, as the calendar flips to December, the world lights up. We see sparkling trees, hear joyful carols, and feel that special kind of magic in the air. We exchange gifts, hang stockings, and maybe even leave out some cookies for Santa Claus. But have you ever stopped and wondered, where did all these traditions actually come from? The story of Christmas is much older and more complex than you might think, and it's a fascinating journey through history. Let's travel way back, long before the first Christmas was ever celebrated. Many ancient cultures held festivals around the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. For people who lived by the seasons, this was a huge deal. It meant the long, dark winter was finally turning a corner, and brighter, warmer days were ahead. The Romans had Saturnalia, a wild, week-long festival honoring the god Saturn. It was a time of feasting, gift-giving, and social roles being flipped upside down. In Northern Europe, the Norse people celebrated Yule. They would burn massive logs, called Yule logs, to conquer the darkness and bring back the sun. They also decorated their homes with evergreens, like holly and mistletoe, because these plants stayed green all winter, symbolizing life and rebirth. Sound familiar? Now, let's fast forward a bit. In the early years of Christianity, the birth of Jesus wasn't actually celebrated on a specific day. In fact, nobody knew the exact date. It was until the 4th century that Pope Julius I officially declared December 25th as the day to celebrate Christ's birth. Why that date? Well, historians believe it was a clever strategic move. By placing this major Christian holiday right on top of popular pagan festivals like Saturnalia and Yule, it made it easier for people to convert to Christianity. They could keep their beloved winter traditions, like feasting and decorating with greens, but give them a new, Christian meaning. It was a brilliant way to blend old customs with new beliefs. So, what about all the other things we associate with Christmas today? Let's start with the Christmas tree. This tradition is largely credited to 16th century Germany. Devout Christians brought decorated trees into their homes. Some say the Protestant reformer Martin Luther was the first to add lighted candles to a tree, inspired by the sight of stars twinkling through evergreens. This German custom was later popularized in the English-speaking world by Queen Victoria and her German husband, Prince Albert, in 1848. A London newspaper published a drawing of the royal family standing around their decorated Christmas tree, and just like that, it became the hottest trend in both Britain and America. And of course, we can't forget the big guy in the red suit, Santa Claus. The legend of Santa begins with a real person, Saint Nicholas, a kind and generous bishop who lived in the 4th century in what is now Turkey. He was famous for secretly giving gifts to the poor. Over the centuries, his story blended with other figures, like the Dutch Sinterklaas and the English Father Christmas. But the modern image of Santa the jolly, round-bellied man with a white beard and a red suit was really cemented in the 19th century. The famous 1823 poem, Was the Night Before Christmas, gave us the details about his sleigh and reindeer. Then, in the 1930s, a series of popular Coca-Cola advertisements solidified this image in pop culture forever. So, from ancient pagan bonfires to a bishop's secret gifts, and from a German prince to a soft drink ad, the Christmas we celebrate today is a rich tapestry woven from centuries of different cultures, beliefs, and stories. It's a holiday that has constantly evolved, borrowing and blending traditions to become the global phenomenon we all know and love. It's a reminder that our shared celebrations have deep, fascinating roots that connect us all. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this journey through history interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories behind our favorite traditions. See you in the next video.